Now, it's perhaps not been the greatest start to the season for West Ham, but I'm delighted to say that one of their players, Ffion Morgan, is joining me now to discuss her move this summer. Ffion, how are you doing? I know you just said you're at home to me, so you must
Yeah.
be feeling really, really good. Going home, having some home cooked meals. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Obviously made the move to London from Bristol, which is a bit further from Wales. So I'm really happy to kind of have my time at home now, and just yeah, recharge before heading back.
Not the greatest start to the season with the team. And on our preview show, right, I've tipped West Ham to kind of be that team that's kind of pushing. Now, every year there's one team like the other year it was Liverpool, then it was Aston Villa, kind of that fifth or sixth spot. I just felt like they had a really good end to the season. Like, what's the feeling amongst the team? Because I think you've got good players, but like, how do you make it better going into your next game?
Yeah, I mean it's early days. We're 2 games in, and the season's long. The league's competitive. I think we trust ourselves and our ability, and we're building something really excited, and everyone's really on board with what Rianne's wanting to do. And yeah, like I think we will have a good season, and I think we are a team that's gonna cause some upsets as the season goes along. But yeah, it's just kind of being on that process. Everyone's on the same page, and yeah, hoping to, get 3 points on the weekend, Brighton. So yeah.
It looked like you might have caused an upset. I know it was early doors when Van Domsela made that mistake and you go ahead after 5 minutes. But like, is it quite difficult when you're coming up against the likes of Arsenal, Chelsea? Because you have that belief, but like when they have just like this second or third string teams that could probably win a championship in itself, it's difficult, isn't it, to kind of compete with those types of teams with the quality they have?
Yeah, I mean, they're so clinical in front of goal, and I think that's where you get punished when you're playing against the top teams. You can't afford to make mistakes. Um, and we need to be the same, moving forward when teams give us opportunities, we need to take them, and we haven't so far. But we're working on that. And yeah, like when you play against the likes of Arsenal, Chelsea, you get punished in their moments. So yeah, for us, it's about making them chances less for them teams, the top, the quality players that they have. Um, and yeah, and just taking our chances when we get them too.
And what's it been like for you moving into the WSL? Because like, is it a bit of a shock in terms of the training, like the teams you're coming up against? Like, how are you feeling?
I mean, at first, I think my first like running session in preseason, we did like 32 box to boxes after a game, which was just crazy. Like it was like, okay, well, the intensity, the meters per minute is a lot higher in this league. But this is the level that I want to play at. So yeah, I'm happy to have that challenge, and hopefully I can do well in that as well.
It's interesting because often I get asked if I miss playing, and sometimes I do if the sun's shining. And when I'm doing a game at Kings Meadow at Christmas and I'm seeing the people that haven't played run box to boxes, I'm like, that's
Yeah.
why I love playing, but that's why I don't miss playing. But like,
Yeah.
what's it like for you, new player coming in? Is it hard to gel with the team? Like, do you do a lot of out off the pitch activities? Because obviously every off season now, there's a lot of transfers coming in and out, isn't there? So like, how have
Yeah.
you found kind of like gelling into this team?
Yeah, really well. I think the girls have been so welcoming, and I feel like I have been there for years, really. I've come from a team where I was there for 4 years. I was so comfortable as part of the furniture at Bristol City. So moving was always going to be difficult just because of the changes. But that's what I wanted. I wanted to kind of be in uncomfortable positions where I'm stepping out my comfort zone a bit. And it's been really great. And the girls, like I said, are fantastic. And yeah, we're doing a lot outside of football to kind of build that relationship with everyone. But you'd swear all the new girls have been there for years, so it's good.
Yeah. I mean, we touched upon the game previously against Arsenal. You know, you lost that game, unfortunately, on Friday night. What do you learn from that game going into your next game against Brighton? Like, what will be the learnings from that? Do you just kind of brush that to the side? Have you watched a lot of film back? I know you've had a couple of days off, but like, at what point do you analyze it or you just kind of put that one to bed? We move on to the next.
No, I think every game, whether you're doing well or not, is opportunities to learn from. And for us, it's about limiting them chances and taking ours. So just being more clinical in front of goals, creating better quality chances so that we can, convert them chances into opportunities and goals. And yeah, so hopefully we have a whole week now before Brighton, and we can watch it back, review it, and put that into place.
And you know, you're looking at the type of aims and objectives for yourself this season. Obviously, it's a different step up into the WSL. What kind of aims and objectives do you have? Play more minutes, you know, just kind of work your way into the team, into the starting 11? Like, what aims and objectives do you have?
Yeah, of course. So I want to play as much as possible, and I want to start games for West Ham. Um, and I've been in a comfortable, you know, team and in a position where I've had a lot of minutes, where I've, had to compete and done really well. And now it's kind of stepping it up even more and trying to do that at this level. And I think it's just going to build my character, and put me in a better position when it comes to national team, and everything like that. So hopefully, yeah, just build my minutes. I want to play in this league and I want to create chances and show my qualities. So hopefully I get to do that, yeah.
And you mentioned your national team there. I mean, I covered the Euros in the summer, and I know us English players and Welsh players and Scottish, we have a bit of a rivalry. When I was younger, we used to play against each other. But like, what was that like playing in the Euros? And then when Jess Fishlock scored that goal, and like the fans before the game, it kind of like gave you goosebumps, regardless of where you were from, you know?
Yeah. I think anybody, watching or listening to the anthem when we first sung it, or well, at any point, it was just very moving. And we're a very proud country. I'm like even talking now with just a smile on my face because the whole experience was just unreal. And I know the football, obviously, we didn't make the best account of ourselves as we know that we can. But the whole experience with the fans and what it's done for Wales, I think it's history, and I've been a part of that, and yeah, I'm so honoured to have done that.
Yeah, I mean, Rhian Wilkinson's a good friend of mine, and I had her on the show when she first got the job, and she was my former teammate. And I said to her, like, what are your aims and objectives? She's like, to qualify for the Euros.
Yeah.
And obviously, it had never been done before. And to win the way that you did at the Aviva against the Republic of Ireland, because everybody expected
Hmm.
them to go through. But like, was there an element of, obviously, you were proud, and there's been a lot that you can take from this tournament. Was there an element where you felt like almost like the occasion was almost too much because the team didn't really perform to the levels that you could have? Because it was a lot to take on, wasn't it? You have so much pressure, so much responsibility. It was probably really mentally and psychologically draining being part of a tournament like that with like the passion. You could feel it, couldn't you?
Mm. Yeah, I do think that was an element of it, but I think we've never been to a major tournament, so we've never been on a camp that long. We've never been together longer than 10 days, so these are all first experiences for us. And we were together for 10 days and then some before we even played. So it's just yeah, a different experience for us, and I know that like after that we've had a taste of it, it's something that we want to work towards, that we are qualifying consistently for major tournaments moving forward. We've shown before that we can compete against higher ranked teams. Getting the two draws against Sweden in Group A. Um, and yeah, just I know that didn't happen for us when we were out there. But we're building and we're learning, and I think it's a really exciting time for Wales.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, it's a massive stepping stone, but I thought you guys are fantastic and you were that team that everybody kind of fell in love with for
Mm.
sure. I want to talk to you a little bit about your journey. You know, you document a lot on TikTok, you have a massive following across social media. Like, how do you find being on social media as a player? Because for me, like, I have a love-hate relationship with it. And I think
Hmm.
like, I retired 7 years ago now. And I think, like, obviously, it's kind of progressed on since then. Some players take a break from social media during tournaments, but you seem to have a pretty good relationship with people on social media, like, and it can kind of help bring in more fans, can't it?
Yeah, 100%. I think I show a lot of stuff that people don't get to see. What it's really like to be a female footballer and just a footballer. You might not even see that in the men's game, the changing room, what it's like before a game. So I like to give fans access to that. And I think through that, I've grown a lot of following, a lot of fans, not just for myself, but for the women's game. And yeah, through the Euros, like that was such a cool opportunity to show them what that was like, because I was experiencing it for the first time, but so were they, seeing that, the insights of what a tournament's really like. So yeah, I really enjoy showing, what I do day to day and what my life is like. But I think the fans enjoy it as well. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, I
good.
think that's what people want to see, though, isn't it? Like
Mm,
sometimes, and I understand it, whether it's the men's game, the women's game, like there's a tendency to for players to sound robotic because they're scared they might say something wrong or a club might not allow them to do certain things. So I would say, long may that continue with you because I think that's what I want to see. That's what the fans want to see. You want to see that rawness. You want to feel like you're part of it, you know? So,
mm.
Ffion, thanks so
Yeah,
much for
thank you.
joining me. Good luck for the rest of the
Amazing.
season and enjoy being at home and good luck for your next game against Brighton.
Amazing. Thank you, Lianne.